Welcome back, Elite Educators. Thanks for joining me today for our version of Video Visions. We're going to look at Domain 3F and talk about constructive feedback. And as we know, this is an Achilles heel for many of our teachers. We give feedback to our students daily in live lessons, when grading, when talking to them in DBAs. So it's really important that we spend some time discussing some great strategies. This back and forth conversation that we have with our kiddos is so important. It can cause them to move forward and try harder or slow down and struggle. We're going to talk about some ideas and strategies that can make giving feedback, oral and written, a little bit easier. But first, this is a quick picture of me and my hubby in New York for a wedding this past weekend. We were waiting to take the shuttle to take us from the venue, to the venue from the hotel. We were just goofing around. It was super beautiful weather out, about 50, but nice, clear and crisp. It's always an adventure with this guy, but I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. So let's get started. So when thinking about our blueprint for success and the 3 steps of dreaming, planning, and reflecting, let's look at what the instructor should be thinking, the why behind the what. Take a look at this quote. Learners need endless feedback more than they need endless teaching. It is so true that as a teacher, giving feedback is just as important, if not more important, as teaching the concepts. We need to spend ample time planning and executing these conversations with our students, as well as time reflecting back on how conversations have gone. So when thinking about what the dream is for our constructive feedback, instructors are, asked to use a variety of forms of feedback from the instructor and other peers. Their written and verbal feedback should encourage the student towards success and continue to apply what has been learned. We need to focus on process praise, productive struggle, and feeding forward in order to prepare students for the next lessons. All feedback should be personalized, specific, and detailed, and also encourage revision. So the dream transforms into a reality when we talk about using new ideas relating to constructive feedback. So there are several options when giving feedback to our kids. We need to affirm what they do well. We need to be correct and direct. We need to point out the process and then coach the student to give feedback also to themselves. It is so important to ask kids to reflect on their learning so that when we have a conversation with them, they're already in that mindset. So by sending any kind of sentence starters ahead of time when doing a DBA, it allows the students to have ownership of their learning and already get in the brain mode of that concept at hand. So check out some of these great hyperlinks to some cool feedback samples. Don't forget, if you're interested in any other ideas, please reach out for support. So let's look at some of the guiding questions that you can use when planning your feedback. So am I including various forms of feedback that pushes forward student learning? Does my written or verbal feedback encourage students to find success and also apply new concepts that they've learned? Does my feedback show evidence of process praise and feeding forward, telling them how they can use this kind of information in another module or later on in their life? And is all my written feedback personalized, specific, and detailed, as well as encourages them to try again if need be? So let's take a look at some of these strategy ideas. Growth mindset, power of yet, feeding forward, they're all buzzwords that have been around for a while. But take a moment and think about what they mean to your instructional philosophy. Please reach out and chat with me about some really cool ways to use literacy and visuals in your feedback as well. Educator outcomes are so easy to utilize. If you're not using them, let me know and I can show you how. So I'm gonna slap on my camera real quick so you can see me. There I am. So please let me know what new feedback idea I can help you pilot. Remember, we're all in the plane together. Don't forget to check out all of my video visions on my Google site and reach out for support anytime. I'm always happy to help. I know that we are about done with informals and then we can plug on and start planning for our formal evals. So please reach out for assistance. I'm always happy to help. Till next time, friends, thanks for stopping by.